Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans. What we do around here is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. We try to do that as often as we can. We bring about interesting, hopefully, conversations. We got over 900 of these available, and we continue to add, hopefully, crossing into the 1,000 level within the next little while here. And would continue to provide content. So if there's something you want to hear, please feel free to reach out. There's a couple ways to do that at PO Perception on Twitter or in the About Me section of this YouTube page. Either way, we'll get you in touch with me. And if you're looking for coaching related to relationships, self-behavioral modification, habit breaking, and all that stuff, worth doing. So, things not to do as it relates to your crush is the concept of this video, or audio as it were. And so the first is come on too strong. Look, if someone's going to like you, they're going to like you for who you are, not for who you pretend to be. So be natural in the way you present yourself. This could be the way you communicate. This could be your cadence of communication. This could be the things you talk about. Don't change who you are just to get someone's attention, because that means for the duration of the relationship, you have to remember to be that person on a continual basis. And so you've got to certainly making modifications or maybe picking up a new hobby here or there if you're actually interested in something can be good to build rapport, but at the same time, don't come on so strong that you end up taking yourself out of the game by not being able to be yourself on a day-to-day basis. If you get the relationship, the next is don't fantasize about where the relationship is going. This is huge, and I think so many people, whether it's I want to cohabitate with someone, I want to get married, I want to have children, I want to be in a relationship and make it exclusive, I want to be with a person that I think is going to last forever. All of these things are wonderful dreams to have, but they're not values that should be seen as a part of your identity, because when your relationship becomes your identity, when the relationship fails, you lose who you are as well, or if the relationship fails. And so finding a way to be able to maintain self-identity while still having a partner is an interesting challenge and often quite difficult, but necessary if you want to remain smart, intelligent, healthy, and strong. The next is control your mind as it relates to the other person. And what I mean by that is simply kind of look at them as an add-on or a bonus to your life. And so, ultimately, a person can come, a person can go. It's unfortunate when relationships end, but people do outgrow each other. People do portray themselves to be things that they're not, or they make promises they're not capable of keeping, but they don't realize they're not capable until they're in over their head. I've been in a couple of relationships, even myself, where the level of loyalty that I expected from a person and that they said they had was not in alignment with what they proved to be. So don't pretend to be something you're not. Know what your limitations are. Know how far you're willing to go for a person. Know what you don't want to lose about yourself as you enter the relationship. And don't let them take up such residence in your mind where that you don't have a self-identity outside of the relationship. The next is basically to the point where you get so obsessed with the relationship that you stop taking care of yourself. Be it, mental health, emotional health, physical health, daily activities, going to work, doing things that you love doing. Obviously, the release of oxytocin and other positive hormones will make us want to spend, at least in the early stages, every minute we can with a person. But if we're building a future with them that's supposed to last 30, 40, 50 years or more, then we have time to build that, and so the need to spend every waking second with them isn't necessary. The next is avoid jealousy. Look, even in healthy relationships, people will often look and fantasize about other people. It doesn't mean that they're going to cheat. At the same time, have clear rules about what your definition of cheating is. Please do not assume that the other person has the same rules you do on that area without talking to them. If you're going to be in an open relationship, have rules about what that means and have rules about the standards of what that looks like. If you're going to be in a polyamorous or multi-person relationship, have rules around that. If you're going to be monogamous, then have rules about, what it means to look at another person, or, night passes, day passes, if you're physically open or fluid or whatever, just know that everyone's on the same page, and you have to have clear, concise communication around those things in order for feelings not to get hurt and standards to be met. The next is realizing not to overthink it. Look, if it's natural and it's going to flow, then it'll last. If it's not natural, then leave it to go because it won't last anyway. And so these are the things that it's important to consider thinking about when entering a longer term connective.